Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yeah, today is the 9th of June 2021 and the time now is 6:16 a.m. Well, today our topic is how is climate change affecting us? So before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, so firstly, I think the most obvious thing that we can feel is that we feel warmer or hotter in some countries. This is a very direct impact to us, which I think everyone should, everyone uh, will feel it. And then the second, I think, is the sea level increase. Yeah, for this one, uh, I don't know whether it will affect people in a very great degree. Maybe for some people that live alongside, along the sea or near to the sea. Yeah, they are in a lower area, so maybe they will be affected. Yeah, but what can people do is to build something like the wall uh, to function as a barrier so that the increase of the sea level will not affect them. And the next one I think is this is desertification, which means more and more places, more and more area, the lands become dry, and then some of like the desert. Yep. And then for this one, I think mainly it affects uh, our food source. Yeah, because if this keep uh, if the desert area keep become larger, and then yeah, the land that we can use to produce food will decrease. Yeah, so for this one, maybe this is I think maybe is more serious than the previous two I mentioned. Yep. So this is the first part of my points. How about you?
Yeah, and when talk about the climate change, we normally will link to the global warming. Is it?
Yeah.
Mm. And when we talk about global warming, we also talk about the greenhouse effect. Something we learned in maybe not primary school, but in secondary school.
Yeah.
Do you still remember what is global warming and then what is greenhouse effect?
Actually, to me, um, I, I don't remember much for these two terms.
Then have you prepared for that?
Global warming. I would say, uh, global warming is caused by uh, the greenhouse effect, which the greenhouse means the greenhouse uh, gases and uh, increase, is it?
Mm.
Yeah, and greenhouse gases consist of yeah, I only know the carbon dioxide.
Mm.
Yeah, and there are a few more.
Mainly it's because of the carbon dioxide, the CO2. And you can see a lot of countries, they plan to reduce the CO2, which is called the 碳排放. Okay.
Yeah.
They try to reduce the CO2. I don't know how to describe the terms. Let me check.
Emission.
Yeah, carbon dioxide emissions. Yeah, and then we need to know where the CO2 emissions come from.
Comes from, yeah.
So, for example, when we hit something, and when we like burn something,
Yeah.
and it will create the carbon dioxide, because when we burn something, and then we will the oxygen will be burnt, and then the oxygen is the H2O.
Yeah.
So the H2 and the O will separate, but the O will combine with the carbons.
Yeah.
So become CO2. Yeah. So when we burn some things, or when we like hit some things, and then try to like make a fire, and then fire consumes the oxygens, and then it will increase the CO2 emissions. Yeah. And then this is a simple example, and then for other, like the energy creations, which is the electricity.
Yeah.
How we like create the electricity. What is the source of the electricity? Maybe it's the coal. Yeah, coal and fossil fuel. And natural gas. Of course, we have some renewables, which is the solar and also wind.
Yeah.
And we also have nuclear. Yeah. So, make a guess. Which one have the highest CO2 emissions?
Okay, I think is the coal.
Yeah. What is the second one?
The second is maybe is the oil and gas.
You mean the natural gas?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's the third one?
Yeah, actually, what options do I have?
Oh,
what else?
We have coal, we have natural gas, we have like solar, winds, nuclear, fossil fuel.
Oh, okay. Because I thought the gas and the coal also belongs to the fossil fuel.
Oh, they are not the same.
Oh, they're not the same. So what does the fossil fuel means for?
Petrol and natural gas. Are they the same thing?
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I need to change my my answer. Firstly, I think is the coal rank number 1, and the next is the fossil fuel, and the next is the gas, and then for the rest of it, nuclear. Okay, nuclear also is yeah, maybe nuclear rank number 3 after the fossil after the fossil fuel, and then number 4 is the gas, natural gas, and the rest of it, I think they are quite green. I mean, they are let's say the wind, the solar. I think they are not producing much of the CO2.
Yeah. So, what's the rank? Start from the highest emissions to the lower emission.
Yeah, first is the coal, I think.
Yeah. Just make a summary.
Okay, coal.
No explanation. Coal.
And then the fossil fuel.
Okay.
Nuclear.
Okay.
Natural gas.
Okay.
Yeah, and the rest, I think they are not important. They are not taking the much weight.
Okay. And how about if you want to rank them?
Maybe is the okay. Just now I rank until number 4, right? Number 5, solar energy.
Okay.
Number 6, wind.
Okay.
Number 7. Do I have 7? Like the water, the tide.
Yeah, hydro, right? Yeah, hydro. So number 7 is hydro.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and based on my research yesterday, the first one is the first one is a coal.
Okay.
Second is fossil fuels, and the third one is actually the natural gas. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay, and here we actually ignore the what's it called, the charcoal, which is, and also like something like the wood. Yeah, wood. So ignore all this because it's totally no, the main source. Main source we use in the energy because it cannot scale.
Yeah.
Okay. Coal, fossil fuels, and the third one is natural gas, and then the fourth is the, if I'm not wrong, they are quite close. The fourth one is the solar. There's a solar, and the fifth is the fifth is I think it's wind. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, it's wind.
Oh, okay.
And then the sixth one is hydro. And then what's the seventh? The last one is nuclear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, for this one, does it mean that let's say to produce 1 unit of we try to produce electricity. So does it calculate like this, like to produce 1 unit of electricity, how many carbon dioxide they produce?
Yeah, they measure in the gigawatt.
Oh, so maybe nuclear, because nuclear can produce. I mean, it is some kind of I don't know. I think it is powerful. So maybe just a little bit of nuclear. We can produce a big number of electricity production. So
yeah.
Maybe this caused it rank number 5 or 6 just now, right?
Yeah, because nuclear is the most efficient energy in at our current technology.
Sure.
And why solar, wind, and hydro rank higher than the nuclear? Yeah. And this is something that we will have a discussion in, I think it's 2 weeks later. We have a video review about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So go back to our global warming and also our greenhouse effect. And yeah, and for example, one of the ambition of Bill Gates is actually want to let our world go into zero CO2 emissions era. Yeah, this is something he's trying to do, and he worked for, and many years already. He worked for these goals many years already. Yeah, and and yeah, nowadays we actually still haven't reached that point, and we quite far from that.
Yeah.
So we can expect in the long term and maybe in the medium terms, and this climate change was still caused by the increasing of the temperature, increasing of the greenhouse effect, greenhouse gases. So we can expect that. And like Tesla, the company also doing something which is want to make the renewable energy sustainable.
Yeah.
And then it can't replace our car vehicle into EV, electric vehicle. So if in future we can replace all our current vehicle to the electric vehicle, we can dramatically reduce our CO2 emissions. Yeah, because one of the great source of CO2 emissions is actually come from the route. Yeah, from the car on the route.
Yeah.
And then how about the aircons, the office? Yeah, the office we go every day. Yeah, maybe not every day. Yeah, but for some people it's every day.
Yeah.
And then there are a lot of office, and then there are a lot of flat, there are a lot of house, and each house may have 2 aircons.
Yeah.
And some people they actually turn on the aircon 24/7. And like office, they also will need to like turn on the aircons maybe like 10/5 or 10/6. Some is the like 10/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the main cause of the huge greenhouse gases come from.
Oh.
How can is it?
Yeah, I know that the vehicles on the road is one of the major, but for this one,
I mean, it's a greenhouse gas.
yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe because there are so many office and buildings around the world.
Yeah.
Yep. And especially I think for Asia country, right? Most of the days we have is the hot weather. So maybe we do it the whole year compared to some country in the Western country.
Yeah, and actually greenhouse gas have a lot of types: carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and chloro fluorocarbons, CFC12, and HFC23. Yeah, I don't familiar all this.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that means actually the carbon dioxide is the subset of the greenhouse gases. Yeah. And And okay, now actually look at one research. Okay, and the research show that the carbon dioxide actually is not the main responsibility. Didn't bear the main responsibility to the global warming, and actually it's the method is responsible for a large portion of recent warming, despite having a GWP much lower than several other greenhouse gases, because emissions have increased drastically. So but if we look at the total, effect that caused the global warming, carbon dioxide still is the main, still bear the main responsibility, because the carbon dioxide, even though carbon dioxide is comparatively low GWP, and then among major greenhouse gases, but this is the large human cost increase in its atmospheric concentrated had caused the majority of global warming. So that means we use a lot of stuff that will cause the carbon dioxide emissions, and because of our humans, so we cause a lot of carbon dioxide, even though the carbon dioxide didn't effectively cause the global warming, but because we do it quite often, and then we do it maybe more than enough, so it actually cause the effect.
Yeah. So it means that in quantity, it is the most, is it?
Yeah. This is what I want to say. The quantity. And also, like, the greenhouse effect is not only because of our humans, and also because of maybe some plants, maybe some
livestock, like the cows.
Yeah, a livestock. Yeah, the fertilizer. This is also the main source. Yeah. So and I saw some article, but I didn't click insights to read yesterday. It seems like okay, the video is kind of try to explain how our world will change if our temperature increase 2 degrees.
Oh, yeah. Every 2 degrees.
And also, like, increase, so increase 4 degrees, so that means another 2 degrees. I didn't click in and read. I didn't click in, and I think this is a video. I forget already whether it's video or article. I didn't read it or watch it. But it seems like the effect would be very, very serious. Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because 2 degree in for the whole world, the average, I think, will be quite serious already.
Yeah. And how about the solutions? Actually, the solution is just around of the energy.
Yeah, energy. And actually, I also think that just now you mentioned the methane. Is it something caused by the agriculture, including our food source, like the meat, like
maybe
from the cow?
Mm.
Yeah, and I also saw some information that say actually don't underestimate the the greenhouse effect coming from these our agriculture and the livestock. So I think beside energy, maybe one of the solution is we can do is to deal with this from this perspective. Yeah, maybe some artificial meat, or some for example what's what the company called the Beyond Meat, is it? Yeah, something like that.
But the artificial meats also will need to like the source is the plants, right? And the plants also need to grow, and
Yeah,
it also involve
fertilizer.
the fertilizer and also involve the agriculture.
Mm, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. But it's the same like the energy, right? We try to switch to uh, another solution which will cause less greenhouse effect to the world.
Yeah. But I think that if I'm not wrong, I think the cows generate the greatest greenhouse effect. Greenhouse gases. If I'm not wrong, yeah,
Yeah.
because of their put or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also some research show that and if we can uh like abandon the cows as a livestock,
Yeah.
and we and our greenhouse and our greenhouse effects and also our greenhouse gases will reduce, and also it will ease our global warming. I'm not sure the how reliable of that information of the
Yeah.
research.
Yeah. And also they need to consider something like if the cows is not they are not provided, and what else will people which used to eat cows what they will eat, right? Yeah, if they, let's say they switch to another kind of meat, let's say to lamb or the mutton. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that will also have some effect, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And here I actually saw some things. So something is uh, something that will also create the greenhouse effect. Okay. And this is actually the waste and the wastewater. So waste is something like the rubbish, the trash.
Oh,
Mm.
do you
For
mean
example, like the
the
plastic, all
process
that.
to deal with the waste?
Let me check. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because you need to recycle.
Yeah.
When you do the recycle, it will also produce the greenhouse gases.
Yeah.
Yeah, it say because rooting organic waste like food waste emits methane, which warms the atmospheres unless it's captured. So unless it's captured, I don't know what it means, Kate.
Yeah, maybe it's quite technical here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I actually have the second part of the sentence. Okay. A landfill sites like these produce greenhouse effects, greenhouse gases, because rooting organic waste like food waste emits methane, which warms the atmospheres unless it's captured. So that means that it's talking about the landfill. It's talking about landfill, and also landfill is also one of the cause of the methods.
Oh, I see.
Mm. Yeah, so is actually because maybe is it because of the food and also some of the like bacteria bacteria will eat the food and also will eat the waste. Yeah, and then it will generate some chemical gas, and this chemical gas, some of the chemical gas is the methane. Yeah, so unless we really like clean the waste carefully, otherwise it will actually let the bacteria have the opportunity to take the food and then to release some chemical gases.
Yeah, but I think this is quite difficult, right?
Yeah,
Because maybe if we use some more environmental friendly way to deal with the waste, the cost will increase, right?
and also, and not only that, our cements and also like the steel will also the production production of cement and like the steel glass will also create the carbon dioxide emissions. Will create the carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
So there are a lot. Yeah, there are a lot of these greenhouse gas come from.
Yep.
Okay, now I actually checked the global emissions and it gives a rank, and it says that a minute, just now I saw results. Okay. Okay, electricity and heat take 31%, and transportation take 15%.
Okay.
And also manufacturing and construction take 12 point. Sorry. Let me rephrase all of that. Yeah, because it's a pie chart. Okay, 72% is caused by the energy. 72% is about the energy. So energy include like the electricity, heat, manufacturing, construction, transportations, and field productions.
Okay.
A fuel generation or like the fuel combustion. And then this is the subset of this 72%, which is the energy. And then the second is actually the agriculture, take 11%. But if you compare this 11%, the second large and the first, which is the energy, it really means nothing. And the waste just now we discussed is only take 3%. And land use, I think this is the deforestations, if I'm not wrong. It takes 6%. Yeah. In industrial processes, it takes 6%. Okay, so actually our main concern is still about the energy.
Yeah.
So if we want to save the world, and we need to deal with the energy first. So this is also quite aligned with the experts with fighting for which also what they're working for. For example, like the Bill Gates and also some of the like the energy analyst, energy scientists.
Yeah.
Yeah. And recently also have one news, which is the China that plan to ban the Bitcoin mining. Yeah. And in China, China contribute about 70% of the hash rate So you can think like this is like 70% of the Bitcoin is mined from the China. Okay. And inside this 70%, there are around 30%. 30% is use the core. Yeah, use the core to power the specialized computer.
Oh, okay.
The specialized machines to run the software. So 30 around 30% is the core. So that means it actually hurts. It actually harmed our environment a lot, which is because Xiaoshan will also mentioned that the core is the will release most will release the most carbon dioxide amongst all the energy source.
Yeah.
And in China, there are also some other Bitcoin mining farms. We call them mining farms or mining pool. Yeah. And they are concentrated in Sichuan. Yeah, Sichuan. And they use the renewable energy, which is the hydro. Yeah. And if I'm not wrong, it should take about 20% or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think Bitcoin ban this Bitcoin mining is good. It's definitely good to for the environment. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, 30% is come from the coal. Yeah, it is quite. We cannot say it's ridiculous, and we also cannot say it didn't help the economy. Actually, it did help the economy a lot. Yeah, it actually create a lot of job opportunities and create a lot of wealth. Yeah, but this is something that will cause the environment very bad. So yeah, we should abandon it, and maybe we should find another way to do the thing.
Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, does the mining of the Bitcoin attribute so much to the greenhouse gases emission? Because this is just one of the activity, right? We have other something like the industrial production, the factory.
Yeah, right. And how about we compare the Bitcoin mining energy, the energy that caused by they use in Bitcoin mining compared to the world energy consumption. It's take about if I'm wrong, it's about 1%. Yeah. Let me be conservative. Let me check Bitcoin energy consumptions. Okay. Okay, and yeah, there are a lot of articles which come recently. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw once. Okay, I read the article from Forbes.
Okay.
Forbes, the Bitcoin energy usage explains. Forbes advisor. Okay, I'm not sure whether it has the percentage. Okay. Okay, never mind. I changed the keywords. Bitcoin energy consumptions versus. Yeah, there are a lot of thinking versus versus banking versus country versus gold versus visa. I versus fiat system. Oh my god. So if versus countries, okay, because I just want to see what is the how much the Bitcoin mining take in terms of the global energy. Bitcoin energy consumption versus global energy consumption. Okay, okay, I see the first result is come from the hvr.org. According to the Cambridge Center for Alternative Finance, Bitcoin currently consumes around 110 terawatt hours per year. So which means is the 0.55% of the global electricity production.
Okay.
Yeah. Or roughly equivalent to the annual energy growth of small countries like Malaysia and Sweden. I think this article is a little bit outdated. The information he used is a little bit outdated. Yeah. 0.55%, I think, and also the writer of this article is actually the Bitcoiner. So I kind of don't believe don't take everything what he said. Okay, because I recognize his name. Yeah, the Nick Heather. Okay, so let me do
just
a triple.
Another source.
Let me do a triple. Okay, and also make it like round. Okay, so let's say like how about 2%? Okay, 2%. Yeah. Okay, but 2% didn't a lot. Yeah, it really didn't a lot. Yeah. Compared to the world's energy consumptions, but also some other will also argue that even it's not a lot, but we shouldn't spend our precious energy in unproductive activities. Yeah, I also agree. And and also just now what I said is the 30% of the Bitcoin mining in China is actually generated by using the coal. So it's powered by the coal. So if we use light, let us be conservative. So if let's say how about we say like the coal take if let's say like take maybe 60% of the energy. 60% of the energy is powered by coal, because I actually know that there are a lot of Bitcoin mining pools. They prefer use of renewable energy because in some countries and also in some cities, they already built the infrastructure. For example, like the wind, the solar, and also build the hydro manufacture. And then if it's in the seasons, they can't consume that much of electricity. So there's a energy waste. So they buy the waste energy from the companies or from the farms, the power farms.
Yeah.
And then it will just cost them a pennies. So cost them a very, very little money to buy the waste energy. Yeah. So many Bitcoin mining pools, they actually prefer this kind of weight. So for example, in China, because the hydro in Sichuan have season. The season is I think is like a few months in a year. So when it's a season, they will move to the Sichuan and use the energy. And then after that, after the seasons over, they'll move their machines, they'll move their equipment to another cities.
Oh.
Yeah, they'll do like this. Yeah, and it is not very difficult to move the machines. the size of the computer, the size of the specialized equipment is not that huge. Yeah, actually you can grab by your hands.
Oh.
You can hold by your hand. Yeah, and just now what's your questions is whether it is significance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually it is not significance, but we also cannot say because of its significance, so we can like spend our energy on that. Yeah, but also we need to bear in mind, yeah, and that effect is not that huge. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, maybe I think the climate change, the consequences, not only the very direct one, let's say the will feel warmer, the sea level increase. I think because of the way, the strategy that we deal with the whole world deal with this climate change, yeah, will also bring us some changes like we said just now, the choice of energy. Yeah, for this one, to me, I think actually we need to wait until the day that climate change has become serious enough. Then that is the time that all of us will have the how to say, the consensus to use the green so-called the green energy. Yep. So what they do right now, let's say to try to be more environmental friendly, I think is quite difficult, and we really need to wait until the day that the global warming effect is really affecting us in many ways, and also in a serious way. Let's say it caused our food crisis, or the really the sea level increase, and when it causes serious problem, I think that's the time when we go to another, let's say, the green era. Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Recently, I read one news which talk about Singapore will disappear in like in 30 years, because of the sea level increase.
oh. But 30 years is quite uh I mean it's scary, right?
Yeah, and also I recently I'm not sure where the ideas I take from. I think it's in the video, but I can't find the source. And it actually talk about if we want to reverse this climate change, the global warming, what we need to do is actually we need to encourage people move into big cities, and then we concentrate into one place. So we concentrate all the humans in one place.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, not the world population in one place, but we increase the densities. So there are a lot of giant cities
Okay.
and less countryside. Okay. And then when all the humans concentrate and comes together, live in one place, and then we need the reliable energy to support the electricity for these people, for all the all the people,
Mm.
and then we can let the land and also other area beside of these cities, this giant city. So that means the countryside can recover. Yeah, and then the plants the plants can come back, and then the wild the wild animal, the wild species,
Yeah.
the wild species, which is the some of the animal, they are going to disappear, right?
Yeah, in danger.
The endangered species, and then allow them have the chance to reproduce and then to grow back to grow back to the healthy quantity, healthy level.
Yeah. But do you think the wild animal is really what human would concern?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe they just care about themselves, like the food source, and also maybe they will care more about bees. Yeah, because bees helps a lot in our food production, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But this is the idea that uh uh we need to we need to think. Yeah, we need to spend time to think. Yeah, because really we do a lot of deforestations, but and also we cannot recover the forest.
Yep.
And then if we move all the people into cities, and then let the countryside and destruct the building, and then let the plants, let the tree grow by themselves,
Yeah.
it will recover. Yeah, just like I remember one of the video in the John Jan diet, and he said initially the land is very, very bad, very, very drought, and then but it allowed the community allowed the lands to like fit, allow the land fit itself after a few years, maybe after two, I think it's after 2 or 3 years, and then the land gain back a lot of nutrition, and there are a lot of grasses, and also there are some small tree able to survive in that land in the past. So we still have some way to recover the land, to
Yeah.
recover the dead lands to a life land.
Yep.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah, I think why I think when it become really serious and many things will be I mean many actions will be taken is because for the current pandemic after the SARS virus many years ago, yeah, I think until 2019, before our COVID-19 appear, we still haven't have a cure for or a cure for the SARS virus, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah, the SARS virus is is in 2004, is around 2003 or 2004, and uh, after 15 years, and scientists are unable to produce a cure for the SARS virus. Yeah, but when the COVID-19 appears and the whole things become serious, and scientists are able to produce the vaccine within 2 years. So you see, I believe that it's just about whether human really take something seriously and invest money into.
Mm. Yeah, and that links to another point, which is our fiat system. Yeah, and because we pursue the economic growth, we pursue the GDP growth,
Yeah.
and so all these things is actually driven by the economy. So that means our global warming. Yeah, it's actually driven by the economic growth. If you can sacrifice the economic growth, you won't have all these things.
Yeah. Yeah. Also.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think no ways we have to wait until one day climate change become very, very serious enough to affect us, affect our survival.
Mm. Yeah, but do you think people care about their money more or care about the climate more? And also, please bear in mind, you can do the arbitrage in economics by yourself, or by a small group of people, but you cannot solve the global warming, the world environmental problem by a small community, even by a small country. So there are a lot of people would take advantage in this game based on the game theory. And then they pursue their personal economic economic benefit, and then by sacrificing the environment. And this is very easy to do, and everyone can do. Yeah. And but how about if we want to reverse back? We need a cooperation. We need a collaborations between country, not between people, not between communities. It's between country. Yeah. We need a country need to need to construct the policy, the law, and also people need to obey it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all country also need to do do like this. In some country they say, oh, I don't want to do like this. Your your economics is good, so you can do this. My economy is bad, I cannot do this.
Yeah.
So the country not going to do that, and how about other country will do?
Yeah.
Let the minority of country grow faster than them. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think unless the some countries, maybe the world leading country like the US or the China in the future, if they are if they have enough bargaining power, like they impose some sanction or punishment for those countries that do not follow yeah do not follow um the the things that they do.
How can they maintain the status? How can they maintain to have the authority, to have the status in order to punish other people without create a global warming, without investing in the military systems, without like strengthens their currency,
Yeah.
like America, and then like US, not America, like US, and without, and also how can they do if their economy is not strong?
Yep.
So they need to grow their domestic economies in order to ask other people to not not grow their economies greater. Does it make sense?
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and the power is really seductive. Yeah, every country, every leader want to have this power.
Yeah.
Because they can control the world. If they can control the economies, they can control the world.
Yeah.
But in order to maintain the status, they still need to grow their economies further in order to maintain the status.
Yep.
So okay, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, for today.
Okay, so that's all for our today conversations. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversations? Please tell us what you think of our conversations. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistakes that we made, please also comment to let us know, because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like and subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.